Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 27th. We got Meta earnings yesterday. They're up about 15% in the pre-market, up to $240. Yesterday's closed at 209.40, so a huge pop after yesterday's intraday sell-off. It seemed very similar to what we saw for Google, but Google wasn't able to hang whenever they were up like 8%. But obviously with Meta up 15%, I'd imagine that it might be able to hang a little bit higher than where it closed. Still have a call credit spread on it, assuming below 215. Obviously that trade is probably not going to work out given that it's trading at 240 unless there's just a huge sell-off on the open. And then I might trade Amazon this morning. So Amazon's reporting today after hours, and I'm assuming with all these good earnings from these companies that Amazon might see a little bit more love as long as Meta is able to kind of hold up on these gains of 15%. So thinking about going long on Amazon, possibly doing an iron butterfly for QQQ, assuming like 316 or 317. And I might hedge that with some volatility trades, maybe going long on a call option for UVixie or something like that. Good morning, Matthew. Welcome. So those are my few trade ideas for this morning that I've got. Going long Amazon, iron butterfly for QQQ, and then long on VIX. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about GDP this morning, which came in at 1.1% versus 2% expected. So huge slowdown in GDP, gross domestic product, which is just the output of the economy. And this is the preliminary report, so this isn't like the official GDP. That comes out at the end of April, May, June. So this is just one of the monthly releases, and it's not like the official thing. So can't really go based on this. If you look at previous reports, this was 3 months ago. It was 3.2, and at the end of the actual quarter is 2.6. So it can be revised down depending on the incoming data on GDP. I'm going to write down my few trade ideas that I got this morning. Amazon long, QQQ iron butterfly, UVixie call, and try to act on those at the best times, but might not have the timing exactly correct. Amazon's actually pulling back first thing at 108 right now, so that could be good opportunity to go long on Amazon. Good morning, Kamala. And QQQ is already kind of headed up right now at 316, so that might be a better opportunity to wait out. All right, Meta is still up by 14% this morning. Jesus Christ. Crazy, crazy stock. Yeah, my call credit spreads are basically worthless now. No surprise there. But what's Amazon's trading at 107.85. Thinking about just doing a regular call option and holding it to the end of the day. I'm not going to hold it into the earnings report just because usually there's a huge pivot. Based on what we saw for Google and based on what we saw for Meta yesterday, both of them sold off into the close and then reversed that after earnings. So Gonna try to find a call option for Amazon, probably expiring tomorrow. Maybe reaching that 110.50 mark. And right now that call option is going for $560, which is a little bit more than I'm willing to pay for it. So I think I'll go with the 107 call. It's got a delta of 55. I'll go with the 60 delta with the 106 call. I'll pay a little bit extra for 490 right now. Yesterday's close for Amazon was down at 105, so if we do see a pullback to break even, that trade would be out of the money. Wouldn't be ideal, but I think I'm going to try to capture this trend to the upside. As long as Meta doesn't see a substantial pullback, I think that trade will work out. All right, they're going up pretty quick in price. 505 already. I got it for 500 at the 106 strike price. So try to close that one before Amazon reports today after hours. New options alert. Premium members. Just opened a new Amazon 106 call at 5. I should say the expiration date, huh? Expiring tomorrow, the 28th. There we go. All right, Meta is still up 14%, but pulling back a little bit from the 240 level. Amazon is at 108. Apple is up 1% today, so that's a good sign for the tech industry. Google slightly positive 0.8%, and then Microsoft 0.2% as of right now, so not really moving much compared to the other names. QQQ trading at 315 at the moment. And I'm thinking we can reach 316 or 317 by the end of the day. I think I'll go with the 316 to be more conservative. Maybe go 2 strike prices wide. We're trading at 315 already. Right now, though, you're getting paid $140 for $60 in risk. So it's a pretty good deal. 1.43 actually. To assume that we're going to end the day at 316. I got filled on both of those. Slightly different credit for each of them, but that's okay. New options alert. Day trade. Premium. Just opened a new QQQ Iron Butterfly expiring today, which is the 27th at 1.43 each. 316 was my middle strike price. Make sure I have all the strike prices correct. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So we got those 2 trades down, and I want to hedge that with some UVixy calls. UVixy is down, trading at 380. I'll probably choose next week's expiration, just so I don't have to worry about tomorrow's expiration date and losing all that time value so quickly. Would not be ideal. So May 5th expiration. Looking at the 350 call, the break even is about 6 cents higher than where we're trading right now. So it's pretty low on extrinsic value, which is what I want out of this. 0.37. Oh, geez, they're actually 39 cents. Okay. And I'll probably do less on this option than I'm spitting in the other bullish trades. More certain on bullishness in the market as of right now. So those trades should balance themselves out. Going long volatility and short volatility at the same time. Just opened a new UVXY call expiring May 5th at 0.39. There we go. So those are the 3 positions I wanted to open first thing this morning. Good morning, new trade. Love the channel. Thank you. Saying Amazon is going to go up? Yes, I think that Amazon's going to go up before the close today. Those UVXY calls are already up $18. I guess I got them for cheap. Oh, wait, no, that's my covered calls that I had bought. Calls that I had bought are down 20, so I overpaid for them by about 2 cents a piece. All right, Amazon's seeing a little bit of a rise, up 3% now. Hopefully we get back to 109. My goal is to get to 110.50. I'm not sure if we'll get quite there, but I will set an alert just in case we do get above 110.50. That's where I would like to take profits. Crosses above, obviously. NASDAQ is up 1% right now. And I think if we go probably below 106.65, that might be the end for Amazon's rally this morning, but we'll see. Meta is still leading, up by 14%, so I think that Amazon should see some love here, but we'll keep an eye on it. We got QQQ trading at 315.64, so slightly higher, which is working for our iron butterflies. SPY is trading at 407.28, so well above that 406 level. And I think IWM lagging behind, currently at 171.80, only up 0.25%, whereas SPY is up 0.7 and QQQ is up 1.25. So still some pressure in the small banks, mostly, I think, with FRC trading flat today, but yesterday it was down like 25% or something like that. KRE is only up 0.5% so far this morning, and this one's trading at the lows after the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. So not good signs coming out of the regional banking ETF, which is leading IWM to go down at the moment. Amazon is losing a little bit of value here. Still holding above the 107.50 support level, but getting a little bit edgy here. QQQ is still managing to hang high at 315.60 right now. Amazon just broke down. All right. Might have to cut losses at about 106.70, I think. That's what I'm looking at with the volume profile tool. Let me check actually the hourly chart, see where the volume profile is here. Yeah, it's about the same level, 106.80. I'll start to be concerned about the call option here. They're down about 60 at the moment, so losing value pretty quick, but hoping for a rebound to the upside as soon as we get to that low volume level. I picked that one up for, let's say, 435. I could possibly turn it into a call credit spread, assuming under 105. It's paying 485 right now, so I'm getting paid 20 cents credit. To assume that it'll be below 105 tomorrow, which is possible, but still believing in the upside as of right now. At least pre-earnings. Post-earnings is a toss-up. Microsoft is bursting out of the gates at 300 almost, 299.67. Outside of its risk range, so not exactly something that I would want to follow, but definitely going up. And QQQ is pulling back. Let's see. Everything's really going up. Microsoft, Apple especially. So it must be Amazon that's weighing down QQQ right now. But that could actually act in our favor with the iron butterflies that we opened. If a couple stocks are going up and one stock was going down, it's going to flatten out QQQ. Must praise the cat. I saw that comment this morning. Do I think Meta will pass 244, 245? Let's see. Meta. $245 is like 20%, I think. So that would be pretty hard to manage. It could happen. It's got support at about 236 that I would want to be watching. And then if it can't hold that, then it would take probably the downside. Not sure how much downside there is. I don't think that my call credit spreads are going to get in the money at 215, but I might be able to see this going down to 220, 225 range. If it does crack that level. But yeah, Apple, Microsoft are leading the market this morning, up 1.3 and 1.3%. Google up 1.5%, and Amazon up 2%, but falling right now. UVixie's coming up a little bit, just a penny at 382 now. It's been finding its range between like 380-ish and highs in the fours, depending on how high volatility goes in the day. Hopefully it goes back to 4, but I'm not banking on that. It would be nice to see a little $200 profit from that, though. My iron butterfly position is doing the best so far. A +3. Amazon's treating me the worst. Down 60 at the moment. How do I feel about SPY today? You got the 406 support level. I think it's going to stay above that, given that earnings was pretty good for big tech. I would mostly be watching QQQ based on that, though, rather than SPY. For SPY, it could end up going below 406, depending on the rest of, the different categories. Like banks have been getting hit with FRC. If that continues to kind of weigh down, that could weigh down SPY below 406 like it did yesterday. And then if you get a Amazon sell-off before the market close, kind of like we did for Google before their earnings, and then for Meta before their earnings, if we get a sell-off for Amazon, that could drag SPY below 406, I think. But other than that, I think it's going to hold 406 today. What do I think of Enphase? That one fell 25% yesterday. Just trading flat right now, 0.9% to the positive. You got some supports just below where we're trading at about 163. Could see some more downside below 163. The earnings was better than expected, so kind of a weird reaction to it. I think it was just based on their guidance going forward was worse than expected, so that's what's dragging it down so heavy. It's trading closer to the 52-week lows at 128, trading at 165 right now. It's still quite a bit off of its lows, $30. It's like 30 over 128 is 23% off of its lows, so it's still doing okay for the year, or the last year at least. But yeah, it was trading really high at 339. Kind of a crazy stock. Yeah, I think if it goes below 163, you could see some more downside ahead of you. And if it goes maybe above, if it manages above 169, you could see some upside. Maybe coming up to the gap at 183, but that would probably take weeks, I would think. All right, Amazon's recovering a little bit here. 107.50. Meta just took a nice rise. Yeah, 241 right now. I think that's back to the highs, the morning highs, pre-market highs at 242. So getting close to that. Still keeping my eye on Amazon. You're going to have some resistance right overhead at about 107.65 based on the volume block. But again, I'm hoping this heads higher to new high above 109.23, obviously. Maybe to 110.50. I thought I had set a alert with that drawing, but I guess I did not. There we go. Now I have it. Yeah, my volatility trade is getting crushed right now, but these couple trades should weigh out that volatility crush. Got out of Meta with a little profit. Very nice. I took the opposite trade. I took the downside on Meta's earnings, or at least neutral. So I ended up taking max loss there. Unfortunately. But that's how earnings can go. Yeah, my delta for the 106 call is $60 or 60, 0.6. So if we do get the $3 rise that I'm anticipating, or even a $2 rise would be nice, like $120 of profit I would make off of that. And then if it does end up going up $3 to 110.50, then I would be making 180 for that $500 trade. QQQ is breaking to the upside right now at 316.20. So definitely some bullishness for QQQ. IWM getting a little bit of a recovery too. So across the board looking pretty bullish. So yeah, now I would say you're going to be above 406 for SPY today. Trading at 407.65. A lot of bullish momentum going on, especially in tech names. My Amazon trade is breaking even now. Trading at 107.90. Very nice V-shaped recovery forming right now. And I think probably at the end of the day, I'm going to take since I have the long volatility trade, I'm probably going to short volatility with a iron condor on QQQ most likely. It's been my most active as of recently, just because of all of the different earnings reports. It's been a little bit better to trade QQQ. You get a little bit better swings, a little bit better risk reward, just because it is more volatile around these big tech earnings than you'll get for like SPY. But yeah, Amazon's just kind of stalling out at that 108 level right now. Not able to break it yet. Just below 50 on the RSI. So slightly bearish. Or neutral. GDP misses and futures are up. What recession? It was positive at 1%, so not technically a recession. I think by probably the end of the quarter, you might get a negative reading. Possibly. I think that March, April, definitely some rough months for a lot of credit tightening during those months, so a lot less lending that was going out. That could weigh negatively on GDP. And then I don't think that you're going to have a real recession until probably Q4 of this year, probably in October or so. Just based on 2 negative GDP readings and then higher unemployment. I think we're going to start to get a higher unemployment, though, as soon as this month in April. When is the April report coming out for the unemployment rate anyway? Usually it comes out at the end of the month, but I don't think it's coming out tomorrow. No, it's not. Maybe next week on Friday. No? Okay, when the heck is it? That's weird. Let me set the dates a little bit longer. Usually comes out on Fridays. Well, that's strange. Updated as of April 15th. So maybe not till the middle of May when you'll get that reading. Nvidia's tanking right now. Let's see. 267 from 274. So it was up really high. Oh, you had Intel reporting earnings today. Yeah, you have Intel reporting today. So Nvidia should make a move based on what Intel reports today. You could take a sympathy trade with that. Intel dropping for the past month, down from 34 to 29. So that one's not pretty. Nvidia's probably, just trading flat like the rest of the tech industry. Trading at 266, closer to its monthly low than its monthly high, obviously. My assumption was that it would be below 265 this week. I might still take that trade, but I already exited that for like $120 profit, so not too interested in it anymore. But yeah, I forgot about Intel earnings. Those are today. All right, Amazon couldn't clear 108 yet. So maybe we don't get a rally for Amazon today before their earnings. Just want to watch out for that 108 mark first. Then obviously 108.80, the morning high. And then again, if we slip below like 106.80 or so, that's when I'm getting concerned about any downside for Amazon. But yeah, Nvidia, not looking pretty at all this morning. The rest of the tech stocks are doing okay though. Meta is still up 14%. Amazon is up 2.3. Google 1.8. Wow, Google's doing okay. Back to that 106.40 mark. Microsoft's above 300, up 1.7%, and Apple is up 1.1%. So everything's still doing okay. Just need to see it clear of that 108 level. Accidentally pressed call instead of a put on SPY and mainframe. Oh man. Not gonna lie, I've had that happen to me. Back in when I first started trading, I was trading like Target, I think. It's like a 6-month call option or something like that. Or I think I accidentally put a put option. I still held it for like a month. And I managed to make profit off of it. So that was nice. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of trading Target anymore. Target is low though. 156 versus lows of 137. Highs at 238. Huh. Their earnings isn't until May 17th, so a long way out. Not something that I'm worried about right now. UVXY is getting crushed right now with this sideways trading action. Down to 377. Oh. Now the break even is 384 if I buy more. Instead of 389. So that would have been nice, but did not wait on that. I feel like Amazon is just following whatever Meta does, but amplifying whatever it does. Google looks like it wants to hold that 106.40 mark right now. So that's looking good. QQQ is almost back to 316, so that Iron Butterfly's up just $3. I guess since I got an uneven credit between them, it's kind of weird. But yeah, $5 of profit so far off that. Still think I can maybe hold that to the end of the day. Unless things start selling off in tech, but it doesn't look like it so far this morning. First 30 minutes looks pretty positive across the board. Maybe some highs in, but not a significant sell-off for any of the big tech names. Would I consider a trade on forward? Trading at 12, just below $12 right now, 11.59. They just passed out their dividend at 15 cents. They have earnings on 5/2. They're down from $13 earlier in the month, and they're trading at the monthly low. Not sure what earnings expectations is, but last quarter was pretty good at 51 cents. I think that it's really going to depend on how they keep pushing electric vehicles, just because that's where the industry is headed towards. I think that the big thing for them is their Mach-E and how they're going to compete with the Model Y now that that is slightly cheaper. With the tax credits that you're getting, I think it's like $5,000 cheaper. So either they need to start advertising or something in order to start selling the Mach-E. So I think any guidance that they give on the Mach-E is going to give us some direction for it. And if there's no guidance for it, then I think their stock could end up going lower. It's trading at 11.60, almost at the yearly lows already. But I think I could see it maybe below 11 after the earnings with an expiration date of whatever the next Friday is. And I think that's 5/5. You could give yourself like another week, but I don't think it's necessary. Viewer activity tab. Let's see. No super chats. $107.70 for Amazon. So it's not really making any moves yet. Just kind of stalling out in a very big range, which is very typical after I open a call option or put option or any kind of option. Things just kind of start to move real slowly. But my plan is to hold it to the end of the day unless we start getting bearish price action. I'm going to set up RSI at 50 just to see if we can watch it go negative to positive. Yeah. Coming up on that 108 level again, so hopefully we pass it up this time. QQQ is back above 316 now. My iron butterflies are going for 140 when I opened them for 144. So nice little $8 of profit so far. Just waiting on Amazon to pull up above 108, but having a hard time getting above there right now. It's crazy that the 10-year is up 2% today, but QQQ is also up 1.3%. Fundamentals do not matter in this market. It is the wild, wild west out here. Gold is down slightly this morning. Oh man, I could have picked it up in the 183s. That's an attractive price for GLD. I really want to get in at 183 if I can, but haven't been able to snag it there yet. Every time that it hits like 183, it ends up bouncing back up. It's been just trading in a range between like 183 at the lows and a high of like 186. So just kind of going back and forth between that in the last like 2 weeks, the last 10 trading days. So hopefully I can snag it at 183, but doesn't look like it yet. Just need SPY to hit 406 once more. I think that's going to be pretty hard today, but let's see. It's trading at 407.70. You're even seeing IWM up almost 0.5% so far this morning. If you see IWM pulling back, then maybe you'll see a pullback for SPY just because IWM has a lot of the regional banks in it that have been weighing SPY down. But I'm pretty sure SPY is going to hold about 406 with all the good tech earnings today. Amazon's finally above 108, 108.15 right now. My call is up a whopping $5. And hopefully we'll be seeing 109 and 110 soon. Man, those UVixy calls are just getting crushed right now. Down to 375. The lowest that it's been in the last 2 trading days. And if we're looking at the hourly chart, it's not quite at the monthly lows. The VIX itself is down 7.5% today. Jesus Christ, that is bloody. Still a ways from its monthly low though, which was 16.17. I think all of this good tech earnings, if we can get a good Amazon tech earnings, I think that the VIX could be down to like 1650 again. All right, Amazon's pulling back up to the morning highs. 108.30 right now, 108.40 almost. Nice little $15 profit so far. But unfortunately, that's sending QQQ up to 317 now. Amazon going for 110. Yeah, hopefully. 110.50 is what I'm looking for. Right now they're up $20. I bought them for $500. So another $2 rally for me is another like 130 in profit for a total of like 150 hopefully. fashionably late. Welcome, AA. Do I think this is a fake out bull run? I think it's going to depend on the big Apple and what they report for their earnings. I think that could be the end for the rally in QQQ, but if they post a good earnings too, then I think this could keep it running. Still have a lot of upside for SPY. You have resistance all the way at like 420. Currently it's trading at 408, so wouldn't be too surprised if we're seeing that next week, but it depends on if Apple can get a good earnings report. Then that'll kind of seal the deal for the big tech names. And they've been the leaders year to date in this SPY QQQ rally, so just keep an eye on them mostly. All right. We almost got to the morning highs, 108.70, but then pull back. Short SPY right here. I would not want to go against momentum right now, personally. It's trading at 408.25. Maybe if you get closer to 410, I'd be more comfortable with that since that's a resistance level. But as of right now, I probably wouldn't take that trade. See Meta at 241. So right at that 15% level. Google is really getting some love. 2.8% now. And Microsoft and Apple both at the highs. So yeah, you're seeing a good rally for tech right now. So I would not want to go against it. We're right at that 316.67 price level for QQQ right now. Getting so close to the morning highs for Amazon. Not quite there. 408.50 for SPY. Let's see. Yeah. Local high right about there. Still above 408. I'll be watching 407.80 to the downside. And if you get into the high volume here, you might get a little bit of a sell-off, but probably going to be some buying action right below you. Amazon just cannot clear the morning high yet. Still waiting on her. Apple's just kind of crazy this morning. These candles are huge. All right. This isn't looking too promising for Amazon right now. I think it's just following what Meta is doing, and Meta can't clear its high either. So I think I'll take profits. Won't be a lot. But if Meta starts to drop here, I can't imagine Amazon will keep going up to the end of the day. We're just trading in the little small range here, I guess. Between the morning highs and about 108.20. 108.30, I guess. 250 for Meta incoming. That's a long stretch that you got to get to there. But yeah, definitely a nice little V-shaped recovery for Amazon. It just depends on if we can clear those highs at 108.82 from the morning. It's getting close to it, but not close enough. I would say the trend is up. Looking at MACD and looking at RSI, you have the MACD crossing over, saved the shorter line from going negative. So that's positive. You're looking at RSI at 59. That's positive. So definitely bullish momentum going on, but clearing the highs is what you need. Probably just going to get trapped in a small range here before it does end up breaking either the highs or back down. Probably just going to chop around. SPY and QQQ are both pulling back here. Not good news for Amazon. Google, I feel like, is getting the best out of this. Up almost 3%, even after their earnings was taken pretty sour. Yesterday they were down like 0.8%, and now they're up 2.7%. So good recovery for Google after Meta earnings. It's helping them out. All right, here we go with 108.80 for Amazon. Retesting our highs. And still bullish. Yeah, you would think so. You would think we would see some profit taken before the Fed, but earnings is the main hype going into the Fed, so could keep going up. When is Apple reporting? They're reporting on the 4th, which is, let's see what day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So they're reporting the day after the Fed. So you could see some profit taking ahead of the Fed. Some people taking some risk off the table. But we already kind of know what the Fed is going to do. We know that they're going to do 25 basis points. There's about an 82% chance of that if you look at it. FOMC countdown tool, which I already have up actually. There's an 84% chance that they're going to go with a 25 basis point hike. They're going to keep 500 to 525 for 3 months is what the markets are estimating. Then they're going to start dropping it by September. I think that the Fed could still give guidance of not dropping rates by the end of the year. That could be taken negatively, but that's what the Fed has been saying pretty much since the start of the year, so that wouldn't really be too shocking. I think that the upcoming Fed meeting could just be a nothing burger, potentially. You're going to have a lot of volatility during the event, but probably not gonna end up anywhere significant. Apple is up 1.5% today. So yeah, the stocks that haven't reported earnings yet: Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, I would say, but that one's actually headed down. But the tech stocks that haven't reported earnings are definitely seeing some love today. Amazon's up 3.5%, and Apple's up 1.5%. So probably some anticipation of their earnings being really good. Meta dip got me crying. It's an unhappy kiddo. Yeah, she is a loud one for sure. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Very happy and smiley when she's feeling good, and very loud when she cries. What are my thoughts on Tesla? How low is it going to go? It's at 155 right now. I would say I'm a little bit biased because I have shares that I bought at about 140. But you might end up filling the gap down to 147. My lowest expectation would probably be about 125-ish, where you had this resistance before. That's where I think we could maybe stage a rally after it. Right now it's oversold at 31 RSI, but oversold really doesn't mean anything just because it can spend an indefinite amount of time in oversold territory. So can't really rely on overbought or oversold indicators. But Amazon's doing well now at trading at 109, so we were able to clear the high. Hopefully we get some more buying action going into this. And I'm hoping for 110.50 by the end of the day again. My call is up by 50, almost $60 now. Nice little 11% profit that I got on that currently. Can't subscribe to the Discord. You should be able to just join it with the link right here. So you have to join it first, and then if you want to subscribe to the premium, you have to go to that after. Let's see. Then you would have to go to server subscriptions and subscribe from there. Make sure that you fill out the CAPTCHA as well, the verify CAPTCHA right here. Then you should be able to see everything. This is almost a new monthly high. The last one was at 109.23. A lot of people buying into the rally. Microsoft's at 302 and Apple's at a new high of 166.50. Probably should have taken an Apple call too with a Amazon call that I bought, but missed out on that one. All right, we got that new monthly high now at 109.33 for Amazon. Still about another $1 to go before I want to take profits, which will be another $65 in profit based on our delta. Huge rally though. Yeah, Microsoft doesn't want to give up. Is Amazon going to go up or down today? My assumption is that it's going to go up ahead of the earnings report just because of what we've got for the last couple of earnings reports have been really, really good. So my assumption is that people are going to buy in anticipation of their earnings report being really good. And then after the earnings report, that's a toss-up. I personally think that it's already priced in to the stock. For the most part, trading at 110. I would actually probably take the downside, but I did the same thing for Meta, and that trade did not work out for me. I would probably say, though, below 115 would be a solid trade. So if you do get, a huge rally into the end of the day, if we're trading above 110.50, I would take that trade. But Amazon has been one of the worst performers in terms of year to date, with Meta up like 50%. Google, let's see, it's trading from $90 about 86 to 107. So Google and Amazon have been like the laggers in this market. Microsoft is up, Jesus Christ, Microsoft's up like $80 from 220, 36%. Apple is probably about the same. $40 over 124, about 32%. Whereas Amazon is only up like 25% or so. Why don't I want to keep Amazon until tomorrow morning? Usually, if you're going to buy call options or put options ahead of earnings, you're going to get IV crushed the next day. Implied volatility is going to go down because people are going to be selling out of their options. So there's more supply than there is demand for the option. So the price of the option is going to come down, even if you're right on the direction. So that means that the stock needs to go up a shit ton in order for you to make a profit. If you're buying a call option for Amazon. So in order for me to make any profit for that 106 call that I bought, Amazon would need to be above my break-even price, which is 111. So let's say that tomorrow Amazon does keep going up. Right now it's at 109.50. Let's say that it goes up to, 115, right? In that case, my break-even is 111. So I'd make $400 of profit after I spent $500. And that's like best case scenario for Amazon stock. Going up to 115 is the top of the expectations for Amazon this week. So I might be able to make $400, but the chances of that are very slim. And it's possible for it to go outside of its expected range at 115. There's about a 1 in 3 chance of that, though. It's a lot of volume coming into this right now on Amazon at 109.50. A lot of buyers for my 106 call right now. Buyers are outweighing the sellers on my option by about 1,000 to 1. So there's a lot of call options that are being bought on Amazon right now. I'm going to check out Aries and see where the popular strike price is. Probably 110 is what I'm guessing for the end of this week. Amazon. Where is... Usually it has the little... activity. There we go. So there are 25,000 call options for the April 28th expiration with the $110 strike price, and then 20,000 at the 115 strike price. So a lot of people piling into calls right now that are expiring tomorrow. Not a lot of put options at all. Really wish that you could adjust this to have more strike prices, but yeah, a ton of calls being bought right now for Amazon. Yes, Aries is free. Well, once you deposit money into it. I think they have an options flow tool too. I haven't used it personally, but if we type in Amazon, not Amen, expiration date for the next 3 days. Not a lot of action going on. Oh, 19% bullish. Most of it being calls, 74% calls. With most of the trades being bullish right now. This morning. So if you're into options flow tools, this one's completely free on Aries. Yeah. They are a third party for TradeStation. They just built the user interface over the top of interactive brokers. Or not interactive. Over the top of TradeStation, which is an international broker, which is also nice. I would compare it a lot to Robinhood in terms of the usability and user interface, but it has a lot of functionality built into it too, which is nice. We're getting a pullback from 109.75 or 109.66 at the high for Amazon right now. Let's see our other names. Amazon's the one that's selling off a ton. Google not pulling back much. Microsoft not pulling back much. Apple, decent sell-off, but not much. Not as much as Amazon, at least. So I might have to reduce my price target. I'm saying 109.50 maybe. If we do see this pullback continuing. QQQ not really pulling back much here, with Amazon giving up some. The VIX is down 8% and UVIXI is down 7%. That's odd. Usually UVIXI does worse. But finding its low at 372 right now. All right. Amazon's looking like it wants to give up at 109.50. Just went overbought, but again, overbought, oversold can continue for a while. So I'm not going to trust that just yet. Trying to figure out what to play right now. Yeah, after this morning's rally, it's kind of hard to find anything good. Apple seems to be pulling back. I'd be watching for 166.20 to the downside, and then about 166.15 or so. Then you might start to sell off a bit from its highs. Tesla, I'd be watching for 157. Yesterday's highs. It's up 1% today, so definitely lagging behind Apple, 1.5%, Microsoft 2.5%, and all the other big names are up a lot more than Tesla right now. Still waiting on Amazon to make a move, but yeah, whenever we get these huge rallies, huge drops, we kind of just stall out for a minute and then make that next move. $48 EMA, 50 moving average, and 200 for the daily charts. Yeah, 200 has been pretty good. I use it sometimes. I'll have it on my chart. It can be a nice little pivot point for the market. Usually when it hits 200 moving average, you'll get a decent sell-off or a decent buy in action ahead of, or after it. Apple is recovering right now. So it tested 166.30, but wants to keep going up. So I'm thinking Amazon's going to keep going up with it. UVIX's actually pulling up a little bit. SPY's dropping from 408.50 to 408. A little bit below that, 407.88 right now. It's a little bit of a pullback going on there. All right. We're retesting 409.30 and just below that for Amazon, so I think I might have to take profits here. 5 point. Yeah, Apple's pulling back to 166.32, so not good there. 560 is what I'm going to sell it for, so $60 a profit that I'll get out of that trade. Got out real quick. Closing options alert. Just took profits on the Amazon call expiring 428 at 560. Strike price is 108. So nice little 60 profit from that this morning. And hopefully I can close that iron butterfly for QQQ, assuming 316 by the end of the day. Later on, if we get a pullback for Apple, Amazon that were leading this good rally this morning, I think QQQ could pull back to 316 again, which would make my iron butterfly profitable. And then maybe we can hold the UVIXY trade and make profits on all three. That would be ideal, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Hold that QQQ trade, probably closer to like 2-3 p.m. And UVIXY trade, depending on where we go for QQQ. If we can't reach 166, I might have to either take profits, cut losses, or just add an iron condor at the end of the day to hedge my long volatility. That's what I've been trying to do lately, is hedging volatility, and that seems to kind of allow my account to, neutralize a bit, I guess, hedging my account and using volatility as the hedge. Seems to be a pretty good idea for right now. So that's all the trades I got for y'all today, and I will catch y'all tomorrow at 9:30. Hi, Tanisha. Welcome. I guess you'll have to watch over what we did today. But yeah, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. See you, everybody.